Chester County High School. VolleyCats getting their final serves in for practice. They will receive the first serve of the match from the Eaglettes. JV failed in 2 sets to none today after a tough first match. Chester beat them 25-16 in the second set of JV play. Beat the Eaglettes at home 3-1. Back on the 15th. It's been a couple of weeks. Officials move into their spots. Line judges take their place. Teams, Chester's lined up ready for the handshake. VolleyCats making their final preparations. Seniors for Chester's, Grace Compton, Sarah Holder, Peyton Rose, and Onitria Arnold. VolleyCats will have Jasmine Ball, Addie Day, Madison Montgomery, Maddie Kirk, Aspen Tigg, Brooklyn Hopkins, Maya Johnston, and Callie Finlayson as their 7 or 8 players. 6, 8. Everybody will probably see some action tonight. Maya Johnson, the libero position. Everybody takes their spots. Officials will check positions to make sure we're all in the right place. Go ahead and share this while I'm thinking about it. Share it to the Bobcats page and then share it to my page. And we'll get them posted on the YouTube channel here after the game. Arnold, Compton, Rich, Hannah Rich, a junior, Peyton Rhodes, Blakely Wilson, and Ryan Whitman on the side for the Eaglettes. We're starting 6 for the VolleyCats. Maddie Kirk, Madison Montgomery, Eddie Day, Jasmine Boff, Aspen Tigg, and Maya Johnston. Bumped over from Eddie Day to Whitman. Rhodes with the bump. Compton has to go get it. Hits it a mile to Maddie Kirk. Montgomery sets it to Maddie Kirk. She tips it to Rich. Whitman bumps it over to Compton. Kirk at the net. Off of Rich. Point McNary. And Kirk put a little redirection on that for the first point of the game to the VolleyCats. Addie Day with the serve. Off the rafters. Chester's got to hit it a mile. It does not make it over. 2-0. Wilson hit it up into the rafters. 2-0 Cats. Day with a miss hit off her thumb. 2-0, 2-1. Wilson, Compton will go serve. Cats rotate around. Eaglettes rotate around. Grace Compton goes to serve, one of the 4 seniors for the Eaglettes. Addie Day goes down to get it. Montgomery over to Tigg with a push. Compton. Whitman to Rhodes. Boff digs up to the air conditioner vent. Addie Day to Maddie Kirk with a tip. Rich goes to get it. Whitman. Rhodes with a freed over to Boff. Montgomery to Maddie Kirk. Kill from Maddie Kirk off the fingertips of Arnold. Three to 1, Madison Montgomery goes to serve. Ace for Montgomery. 4-1. Cats with a lead. Another near ace from Montgomery. Addie Day plays it off the line. Tigg with a push. Arnold bumps Whitman to Rhodes. Off Hopkins, out of bounds. 4-2, Chester trails by 2. Arnold out. Butler checks in for the Eaglettes. Brooklyn Butler checks in for Arnold to go serve. For Chester, Cats lead 4-2. Manus is checked out. Hopkins has checked in. I believe it's the change on the, not Manus, Johnston. I say Johnston. Tig to Montgomery to Kurt. Hits the top of the net, I believe. 4-3. Butler serves. Tig. Montgomery with a push to Butler. Whitman back sets it to Rich. Hits the line. I think we tipped it anyway. I'm really not sure. 4-4. Hannah Rich, a junior. Played a little JV action. Got warmed up. Brooklyn Butler serves. Ball. Montgomery to Maddie Kurt. Into the net. 5-4. Chester takes the lead. Off. Montgomery bumps to Tig. She'll push it over. Butler goes to get it. Compton hits it over. Tipped. Montgomery to Hopkins, Maddie Kurt. Compton. Whitman. Rhodes with the tip. Montgomery goes down to get it. Compton goes and retrieves it. Whitman to Rhodes with another tip. Tig is there. Montgomery back sets it to Maddie Kurt. Gets it out of bounds. 6-4. Chester's up by 2. Brooklyn Butler continues to serve. Tig, Montgomery, back to Tig from the line, over to Compton. Whitman to Rich, out of bounds. 6-5. Trying to get you zoomed in a little bit closer, but I can't make it work. Nope. Ain't happening. Worked well in JV, now I can't get it to do. Back it back out. Rhodes with the tip. Boff is there. Montgomery back to Boff. Hit to Compton. Or to Butler, sorry. Rhodes off of Addie Day. 7-5. Might have been out. Instincts. Whitman checks out. Martin checks in for Chester. Hannah Rich goes to serve. Hits the tape. Tig had it played and it redirected on her. 8-5. Nothing to do about that. Back line, 9-5. Timeout, VolleyCats. Dang it, I can't make it work. Well, I tried. I can't get it to do. If you're watching that, I'm sorry. Chester's up 9-5 in the first set of Varsity. Hannah Rich has the ball for serve. Southside's in the crowd, scouting for district tournament play. Butler, Compton, Rich, Rhodes, Martin, and somebody for the Eaglettes. Montgomery with a push. Compton, Rhodes, blocked by Hopkins, and Tig with a combination block there. 13, Sarah Holder, senior for the Eaglettes, checks in for Hannah Rich. Play the back row. Aspen Tig, too much, out of bounds. 10-6 Chester. Harwell checks in for Rhodes. Lexi Harwell will go serve for Peyton Rhodes. Harwell, also a junior. Maddie Kirk. Montgomery bumps it to Boff with a tip back to Butler. Martin in the middle. Tipped off of Hopkins from Wilson. 11-6. Chester's up. Maddie Kirk. Montgomery to ball from the line to Butler. Martin over to Compton. Kid goes down to get it. Montgomery to Hopkins to ball. Martin to Wilson. Off of Montgomery, out of bounds. Tip. 12-6. Harwell serves again. Maddie Kirk. Montgomery to ball. She'll have to push it over. Martin with the tip. Found an empty spot. 13-6. Chester has been known to tip a lot. Maddie Kirk. Ball directs it toward the net. Hopkins is going to bump it over deep to Harwell. Martin to Compton with a tip out of bounds. Broke the streak. 13-7. Cats still lead. Finlayson will play the front line. We'll go serve for Hopkins. Finlayson will go serve for Hopkins. Pretty good serving day in JV. If we didn't just jinx her, we're all good. Good serve from Kelly. Martin to Wilson. Blocked. Hit back over by Compton. Or blocked by Compton, hit by Wilson. I don't know who hit it. Wilson will go serve. Arnold checks in for Butler. 14-7. Maddie Kirk, Montgomery back to Boff. Off of Martin, kill for Jasmine Boff. 14-8. And Jasmine Boff gets the serve. Tipped over by Chester to Montgomery. The Boff bumps. Maddie Kirk will get the push one over. Martin with the tip. Addie Day in the net. Net error on the Cats. 15-8. Rich checks in for Holder. Whitman checks in for Martin. Cats trail by 7, 15-8. Tig with the receive. Montgomery to Kirk. Harwell with the dig. It doesn't go out of bounds. Hits the antenna. Field for Kirk. 15-9. Addie Day with the serve. Johnson is checked back in place of Finlayson to receive. Rich with the hit to Boff. Maddie Kirk from Montgomery. Boff. Set was a little too close to the net, and Arnold put it back over. Rhodes back in for Harwell. 16-9. Grace Compton goes to serve. Short to Boff. Straight up to Addie Day. Tig will get a push over to Rhodes. Whitman to Rich. Cross court to Montgomery. Maddie Kirk sets Montgomery to get a shot at one. Blocked by Rhodes and Arnold. 17-9. Timeout Cats. Compton serve. Chester leads by 8. Ball. Montgomery to Tig. Deep to Wilson. Compton goes to get it. Arnold bumps it over to Johnston. Montgomery to Wilson. Arnold hits it over. Johnson to Montgomery to Matty Kirk. Off to Arnold, kill for Kirk, 17-10. Hopkins back in for Johnson. Tipped over by Kirk. Rhodes will get a hit on that off of Kirk and Hopkins. 18-10. Butler back in for Arnold to go serve. Chester up. Tig with the receive. Montgomery backs up to Kirk. Blocked by Rhodes. 19-10. Tig, Montgomery, Kirk. Rich, self-defense, got it back over. Whitman tips it over. Matty Kirk with a tip into the net. Rhodes bumps it up, not able to get to it. 19-11. Hustle play by the Cats right there. 19-11. Chester up, set 1. Matty Kirk to Compton. Whitman to Wilson. Montgomery can't control it. 21-11. Whitman out, Martin in. 20-11, sorry. Henry Rich has to serve. Matty Kirk up in the bleachers. Eddie Day, Montgomery, ball. Field for ball. 21-11, 21-12. Tig. Butler tipped over by Martin. Montgomery. Addy Day frees it over deep. Compton. Martin. Wilson. 22-12. Chester just hitting their spots. Harwell in for Rhodes. Ball. Out of bounds off of Kirk. 23-12. Harwell to Kirk. Montgomery to ball. Missed time to jump a little bit. 24-12. Game point in set 1 goes to Chester. Harwell hits the net. Service error for Chester. 24-13. Maybe their first one of the day. Finlayson in for Hopkins to go serve. Trading height for height. Finlayson, a freshman. Over to Harwell. Martin to Butler, frees it over. Finlayson. Montgomery sets it to Boff with the tip. Falls in on the Chester side off of Wilson, 24-14. Finlayson again. Harwell to Compton. Freed it right over to Finlayson. Thought it was going out of bounds. Ball game 25-14. Chester takes the first set. Back to set 2 in 2.5 minutes. Cats in position for set 2. Rich, Arnold, Rhodes, Whitman, Compton, and Wilson on the floor for the Eaglettes. Day, Montgomery, Kirk, Johnston, Tig, Boff on the floor for the VolleyCats. Boff serves it over to Rhodes. Whitman sets it to Compton, blocked by Matty Kirk, but it falls in on the Cats side. 1-0. Compton serves. Johnston receives. Montgomery meets it at the net. Arnold is in the net. 1-1. Yes, they didn't call anything. They said it was our ball. 1-1. Addie Day serves. Over to Compton. In the middle to Whitman. She'll set it to Arnold. Blocked by Kirk. No coverage. Butler in for Arnold to serve. 2-1. Johnston goes to get it. Tig from deep, Rhodes. Butler back toward the net. Compton hits it from the line off of Johnston. 3-1 Chester. Front line thought about the block and then changed their mind. Butler with the serve. Chester up 3-1. Addie Day, Madison Montgomery sets it to Maddie Kirk. She'll hit one to Compton. Wilson tips it over. Montgomery tips it over to Rich, who hits it deep. Butler can't get to it. 3-2 Cats, trail by 1. And Hopkins in for Johnson. Montgomery goes to serve. Montgomery to Compton. Rich with a hit blocked by Tig and Kurt. If it got over the net, can't tell for the official. Tied it at 3, regardless. Montgomery will serve again. 2 back deep for Chester. It's the net. 4-3. Hannah Rich will go serve. Martin checks in for Whitman on the Chester County side. Addie Day with the receive. Montgomery to Maddie Kirk with a tip. Chester's into the net. Number 8 or 9, I don't know. 13. Holder checks in for Rich. Maddie Kirk to Butler. Martin pushes it over to Montgomery. Hopkins with a tip. That's a lift. They got away with it. Chester's going to hit 4 anyway. 5-4. I guess with 2 hands, that might not have been a lift. Very close. Very close. 5-4. The Cats taking the lead. Maddie Kirk out of bounds. Too much on the jump serve. Ties it at 5. Harwell will check in for Rhodes to go serve. Not a bad serve earlier. Service run earlier for Harwell. Harwell to Addie Day. Montgomery. Hopkins decides to go for the tip. Wilson coming with a hit. Past Hopkins. 6'5" Chester. Out of bounds off the from Harwell. Hit 2 or 3 earlier that could have been out of bounds. I think we played them. 6-6. Official doesn't want him chasing the ball, so somebody had to go help her get it. That's for the young girls to do, he said. Aspen Tig to Butler. Martin to Compton. Addie Day. Maddie Kirk is there. Hopkins got into the net. 7-6. Arnold for Butler. Blakely Wilson serves. Maddie Kirk up in the rafters. Montgomery sets the ball. Got it off the ground is Harwell. Butler, Arnold with a tip off of Hopkins. 8-6 Chester. Out of bounds from Wilson. 8-7 Chester. Finlayson in for Hopkins to go serve. Harwell digs. Martin sets it to Compton. Flat puts it off a Day, off of Kirk. 9-7. Hopkins back in for Finlayson. Whitman in for Martin. Rich in for Harwell, or Holder on the Chester side. Johnston in for Hopkins on the Cat side. Trailing by 2, 9-7. Whitman serves. Aspen Tig with the receive. Boff with the hit. Chester's in the net. 74 in the net for Chester. That's Arnold. Good hit from Jasmine Boff. 74. 9-8. Jasmine Boff with a serve. Over to Compton. Back set to Compton from Whitman. Nobody there. 10-8. Harwell checks out for Rhodes. Compton to Tig. Montgomery to Maddie Kirk with a tip in. 10-9. Addie Day. Maddie Kirk bumps it over off of Whitman. Point McNary. 10-10. Addie Day serve. Into Wilson. Whitman to Rich. Johnston gets it to Montgomery. Tig with a push to Rhodes. Chester wanted a double hit violation. They get the point anyway. 11-10. Butler in for Arnold. Butler deep to Boss. Montgomery to Maddie Kirk with another tip to Rich. Whitman. Rhodes with a push. Kirk. Montgomery back to Kirk. And you hit it. Maddie Kirk with a kill off of Whitman. Self-defense. Nothing you can do with that, baby. 11-11. Johnston out. Hopkins back in. Montgomery deep. Out of bounds. 12-11 Chester. Martin in for Whitman. Hunter Rich serves. 12-11 Chester. Addie Day. Montgomery, Maddie Kirk. Flat footed from the corner, out of bounds. 13-11. Chester's up. Tig into the bleachers. 14-11. Timeout, VolleyCats. Chester leads by 3 here in the second set. Cats trail 1-0. Tig, Montgomery. Back to Tig. Martin over to Rhodes. Blocked. Maddie Kirk tries to recover it herself. Can't get it over the net. 15-11. Rich serves again. Off down to get it. Montgomery to Maddie Kirk. With a tip. Compton. Chester, a little bit of confusion. Not going to make it over the net. 15-12. Holder will check back in for Rich. Maddie Kirk goes back to serve. Compton goes down to get it. Rhodes has to hit it a mile from the bench. Montgomery to Boff. Over to Rhodes. Back to Butler. Compton to Boff. Montgomery to Boff. Tipped over. The holder goes down to get it. Rhodes back to Butler. Freed over but out of bounds. 15-13. Chester leads by 2. Matty Kirk has the serve again. Into Compton. Martin to Wilson into the net. Hopkins is there for the block. 15-14. Chester's up by 1. Over to Butler. Compton's going to bump to Rhodes. Blocked by Hopkins. Wilson hit it out of bounds. Stayed on the line. You got to be kidding me. 16-14. Lucky shot from Chester. 16-14. Harwell checks in for Rhodes to go serve. Matty Kirk goes down to get it. Montgomery's going to tip it over herself. Out of bounds. 17-14. Off the net to Tig. She'll get a hit at one. Blocked by Wilson. No coverage. 18-14. Addie Day back over the net. Chester's going to hit one. Hopkins tips it. Tig can't retrieve it. 19-14. Timeout Cats. Second one of the match. Can't take them with you. 19-14. Chester's up. Chester up by 5, set 2. Harwell serves. Over to Addie Day. Boss. Addie Day gets it over. Stayed inside the antenna, according to the line judge. Compton blocked by Hopkins, dug out by Wilson. Holder to Wilson. Blocked by Hopkins, off of Compton and Harwell. 19-15. Aspen Tig goes back to serve. Out of bounds. Ball just sailed forever and ever and ever. 20-15. Arnold in for Butler. Wilson serves to Tig. Montgomery goes down to get it. Hopkins is going to free it over. Holder and Wilson converge. Nobody gets it. 20-16. Finlayson in for Hopkins to go serve. The lefty freshman will serve for the VolleyCats. They trail by 4. Compton hits off the top of the net. Montgomery over to Ball. Dug out by Holder. Compton to Kirk. Montgomery bumps to Boss. hits down the line in. Kill for ball, 20-17. Cats making their way back. Finlayson will go serve again. Harwell. Tip off of Martin. And it just falls all over us. Nobody can control it. Hopkins back in for Finlayson. Johnson checks in for Hopkins. Whitman goes to serve, up by 4 is Chester. Tig goes down to get it. Montgomery to ball. Hit in. Blocked by Chester, but nobody covers. 21-18, Boff will get the serve also. Over to Compton. Whitman back to Compton. Boff digs. Matty Kirk tips it over off of Rich. Point McNary, 21-19. Boff serves again. Rich has to go get it out of the bleachers. Can't do it. 21-20. Cats cut the lead to 1. Chester. Timeout, Chester. 21-20. Chester leads by 1. Cats trying to fall their way back into it after being down by 5, I think. We were informed earlier that the district tournament that was scheduled to be at Southside has now been moved up Highway 22 to Lexington. It'll be the week of October 3rd through the 7th, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. VolleyCats sitting in the number 2 spot right now. Trail this one by 1, 21-20. Compton's going to have to hustle it over. She does. Montgomery is there for Kirk. Arnold gets it, meets it at the net. Kirk's going to get another shot at one. Tip to Compton. Arnold with the hit. Kirk is there. She bumps it herself. Montgomery's going to set Kirk again. Set it too far away. 22-20. Rhodes back in front row for Hargo. Compton goes to serve. Johnston. Montgomery to Matty Kirk. Blocked out of bounds off of Arnold. 22-21. Addie Day with a serve. Over to Wilson. Whitman to Rhodes to Ball. Montgomery to Matty Kirk. Rich is going to redirect it to the middle to Arnold. To Ball. Montgomery to Matty Kirk. Tips. Rich goes down to get it. Whitman to Rhodes. Gets it over the net. Tig to Montgomery was set Matty Kirk. Kill off of Arnold. Smash for Matty Kirk. Ties it at 22. Off of Arnold into the stands. Ties it at 22 apiece. Addie Day out of bounds. 23-22. Chester regains the lead. Butler will check in to serve for Arnold. Johnston. Montgomery to Tig. Matty Kirk going to not hit it herself. She's going to tip it to Rich. Rhodes with a tip to Montgomery. Matty Kirk to Montgomery. Block. There in the net. 24-22. Maddie Kirk, Boff. Montgomery with the push to Compton. Wilson with the hit. Maddie Kirk is there. Rich goes to get it out of bounds. 24-23, not done yet. Hopkins in for Johnston. Montgomery goes to serve. Hey, we need it in. Need it in. To Compton. Rhodes will get a tip. Hit to Boss. Off the deal. Kirk with a tip. Blocked by Wilson. Montgomery to Tig. Pushes it over to Rhodes. Rich to Hopkins. Tig pushes it over. Rich bumps it up. Wilson. Compton. Kirk. Tig. Kirk bumps it over again to Compton. Whitman to Rhodes. Blocked. Matty Kirk bumps it up. Montgomery back over the depth to Rhodes. Tip. Chester gets it over the net. 25-23. Take the second set. We're back live. Sorry for that pause. It was between sets anyway. You didn't miss the thing. Whitman serves first for Chester here in the third set. Wilson, Rhodes, Whitman, Rich, Compton, Arnold on the front. We're on the blue side. On the yellow side, it's Addie Day, Madison Montgomery, Maddie Kirk, Jasmine Ball, Maya Johnston, and Aspen Tig. Chester leads 2-0. First one was 25-14. Next one was 25-23. Boff digs. Johnson goes to get. Montgomery frees it over deep. Out of bounds. Hit it a mile and a half. You never think that one's going out when you hit it as far as she was back. But it did. 1-0 Chester. They started ahead every set, I think. Tied it at 1 last time, I believe. Johnston over the net to Compton. Whitman to Rich. To Tig. With the dive. Not able to direct. 2-0 Chester. Johnston again from Whitman. Montgomery to Tig. To Kirk, sorry. Maddie Kirk hit the net. 3-0. Tig, Montgomery to Kirk. Tip again to Rich. Whitman to Arnold. Into the net. 3-1. Addie Day with a serve. Over to Wilson. Whitman, Compton. Off of Montgomery. Johnston can't retrieve it. 4-1. Compton, Eddie Day. Montgomery to Matty Kirk. Dug out by Compton. Into the net for Rhodes. She gets it over without hitting into the net. Montgomery pushes it deep. No man's land. Nobody gets there. 4-2. Hopkins in for Johnston. Montgomery serves. Rhodes hits it back deep to Day. Montgomery to Kurt. She does not tip that one. Hit Whitman again. Picking on poor Whitman. 4-3. She's just in the line of fire on every one of Matty Kirk's kills, I think. Montgomery hits the net. 5-3. Butler in for Arnold to go serve. Butler to Tig. Montgomery goes to get it to set Matty Kirk. She'll have to just push it over. She'll get called for a double. Rotated it a little too much. Matty Kirk will do that one-handed a lot of times just for that reason. Tig. Montgomery pushes it back deep to Butler. Whitman out of bounds from Wilson. (6-4) Matty Kirk serves. To Compton. Whitman over to Rhodes. Addie Day with the dig. Montgomery hits to Matty Kirk. Compton, Whitman back to Rhodes off of Montgomery. Here for Rhodes. 7-4, Chester. Rich will go serve. Now before Martin checks in for Whitman. Net for Rich, 7-5. She'll check out for Holder. Aspen Tig will serve. I gotta be in. Over to Butler. Martin sets Rhodes. She'll hit Montgomery. Kirk bump sets to Addie Day. She'll push it over to Compton. Martin, Wilson. Blocked by Hopkins. Butler puts it back into play. Wilson bumps it over to Tig. Montgomery ball. Tips. Holder to Martin. (7-6). Tig over to Compton. Martin in the middle to Wilson. Tig plays it. Ball deep out of bounds. 8-6. Harwell in for Rhodes. Matty Kirk up in the rafters. Ball. Give Montgomery a shot. Free it over to Butler. In the middle. Double hit on the set for Martin. Finlayson checks in for Hopkins to go serve. Chester's up 8-7. And up 2-9. Harwell digs. Martin goes to get. Compton from the line, Matty Kirk. Montgomery, ball blocked. Addie Day can't hit it twice. Arnold checks back in for Butler. 9-7, Wilson. Johnson in for Hopkins. Wilson serves. Johnston out of bounds. 10-7. Currently, VolleyCats set at second seed in the district. Wilson to Matty Kirk. Montgomery over the ball. Into the net. 11-7. Wilson serves again, up by 4. Johnston to Montgomery. Ball frees it over deep to Wilson. Martin in the middle to Arnold. Kirk. Montgomery the ball. 12-7. Chester. Second seed in the district. I'm not sure tonight makes a difference, one way or the other. Freed over from Addie Day to Blakely Wilson. Martin over to Compton. Cross court to Matty Kirk. Timeout Cats. Chester leads by 6. 13-7. Second seed to Lexington is in first. Southside, I do believe, is in third. Chester should be in fourth. Hardin potentially, I think, is fifth, and Bolivar will be sixth. Top two seeds get a bye. 3-6, 4-5 will play. Way it should go anyway. Still got one more district match Thursday night as we host the Bolivar Lady Tigers for senior night. It'll be live right here on the YouTube channel. (13-7) Chester. Wilson serves. Aspen Tig. Madison Montgomery back to Matty Kirk. It's the net. 14-7. Wilson to Kirk. Tig to Montgomery. Frees over deep to Wilson. Martin to Compton. Dug out by Tig. Montgomery to Addie Day. Tig. Madison Montgomery. Middle. Out of bounds. 14-8. Boff will serve for Wilson. Martin to Arnold again with a tip today. Matty Kirk with a hit. Harwell wanted nothing to do with it. 14-9. Swing and a miss from Harwell. Boff again to Harwell. Martin over to Compton. Johnston. Day. Kirk. Tip. Holder. Arnold. Out of bounds. 14-10. Hitting error from Martin. For Arnold. Ball short off the net. Wilson's there to get it. Arnold bumps it deep. Tig and Johnson converge, but to no avail. 15-10. Martin in for Whitman. Whitman in for Martin. Rich in for Holder. Whitman serves into the net. 15-11. Addie Day will have the serve for the VolleyCats. Back deep to Melton, tipped over from Martin. 23, hit from the back line. Ace for ball for Addie Day, sorry. 15-13. Day again. Wilson. Whitman. Compton. Montgomery lays out to get it. Johnson keeps it alive. Ball bumps it over. Wilson. Whitman. Rich with the fister to Montgomery. Maddie Kirk tips it over and nobody's there. 15-14. Great placement by Maddie Kirk. She is ecstatic. Playing Chester's game. Tipping it right over where they're not. 15-14. Addie Day serves. Short off the tape. Ace for Addie Day. 15 apiece. Chester calls timeout. Addie Day. Ties at 15. Addie Day continues to serve. Over to Harwell. Whitman bumps it over to Rich. Tig to Kirk, back to Tig. Tig breaks it at the net. Whitman is there. Montgomery's going to set it to Maddie Kirk. She's going to go with a tip down low. Whitman bumps. Rich has to hit it from a mile back to Addie Day. Montgomery to Maddie Kirk. She'll tip this one off of Arnold. Off the tape. Point McNary, 16-15. If it falls your way, it falls your way. 16-15. Addie Day serves. Wilson. Whitman to Arnold. Tips it over to Day. Montgomery will give Kirk a shot at one again. Laid out for Compton. Whitman, Arnold with a tip. 16 apiece. Rhodes back in for Harwell. Compton goes to serve. Boff digs. Montgomery runs to get it. Tig will get a shot at one. Over to Rhodes, into the rafters, Compton. Rhodes will get another shot at one. Boff digs. Tig and Addie Day go retrieve it. Johnston bumps it over. Out of bounds. 17-16. Compton again to Boff. Montgomery, Maddie Kirk. Maddie Kirk's going to redirect it again. 17 apiece. Hopkins back in for Johnston. Montgomery will serve, tied at 17. Wilson. Whitman to Rich. Addie Day tipped by somebody. Maddie Kirk hits it into the net. 18-17 Chester. Butler in for Arnold to serve. Addie Day. Montgomery to Kirk. She'll hit one. Kill for Maddie Kirk. Off of Wilson, off of Butler. 18 apiece. Kirk will get the serve also. Butler. Blocked by Hopkins. Maddie Kirk. Rich deep in back corner. Aspetek would have hit that, but it sailed a mile and a half. 19 apiece. Rich got the point. Rich gets the serve. Addie Day, Maddie Kirk. I can get Addie Day and Maddie Kirk mixed up like that. Ball for the hit. Aspetig and Maddie Kirk get it back over the net somehow or another to Martin. Rhodes. Wilson hits into the net. 20-19. Cats have taken the lead. And Holder checks in for Rich. Aspetig with the serve, up by 1. Over to Compton. Rhodes will get a hit on one. Block off of Day and Hopkins. 20-20. 15 is Harwell. In for Rhodes to go serve. Boff digs out. Montgomery back in the middle to Boff. Out of bounds. Tig and Boff, a little miscommunication. Chester regains the lead, 21-20. Harwell to Boff. Matty Kirk has to help it back toward the net. Montgomery hits it into the net. 22-20, giving it away. Matty Kirk, Montgomery, Boff. Martin, Hopkins. Matty Kirk over to Butler. Swings at it to Holder. Compton bumps it over. Hopkins. Montgomery will have to tip it himself to Butler. Martin to Compton with a fister. Stays out of the net. Matty Kirk, Addie Day. Compton hits Montgomery. Hopkins. Montgomery and Boff converge. Compton with a tip. Montgomery, Matty Kirk, Addie Day. In. 22-21 hit from Addie Day. Hits the line. Took all the court in the world to get that to stay in, and it did. 22-21. Chester's up. Finlayson will come in to serve. Big spot for the freshman. Over to Butler. Over to Compton. Tipped by Tig. 23-21. Wilson in to serve. Arnold back in for Butler. Deep to Tig. Montgomery. Tig has to bump it over. Didn't make it over the net. 24-21. Match point for Chester. Wilson to Tig, up in the rafters. Montgomery's going to give Boff a shot at one over to Harwell. Martin to Arnold in the middle, out of bounds. 24-22. 24-22. Jasmine Boff has to serve. Hardest serve in the world to get over. Game point. And match point. Got it over. Harwell, Martin, Compton. Blocked. Compton tips it back over. Matty Kirk gets it back over. Martin will give Arnold another shot. She gets this one in the ball. Montgomery to Matty Kirk. Chester's not going to make it. 24-23 kill for Matty Kirk. Boff will serve again. Trying to push it to a fourth set. Down 2-0. Trailing by 1. Over. Harwell. Compton frees it deep to Tig. Montgomery's going to set it to Matty Kirk. Off the net to Holder. Compton to Tig. Addie Day back in the middle to Matty Kirk. Bumped over. Holder. Martin into the net. Ties it at 24. Try to get cute. Try to get cute. 24-24. Over to Wilson. Martin to Arnold. Off the ball. 25-24, Chester regains the lead. Whitman will go serve for Chester. She has had I don't think she had a service error. She had a hitting error earlier, not a service error. They need 1 point to win. You got to win by 2. Johnston, Boff, Addie Day. Whitman goes down to get it. Arnold bumps it up to Compton. Stays out of the net. Johnston, Montgomery to Maddox. They're going to call it for a double to end the ball. Good grief. Let off play. 26-24, Chester to win it. At home Thursday to host Bottle River Senior Night. Come join us at the Roundhouse. We'll see you there, and then we'll see you at the district tournament in Lexington, October 3rd, 4th, 5th, somewhere in that range. Until then, stay safe, and as always, go VolleyCats.